going on, YouTube? Just finished out a little workout. Got a little question for you. Does this get better with age? What's going on there, YouTube? Hey guys, hope you all doing well. This is take 3 because I'm on the phone here again, and yeah, it's just my luck today. Anyway guys, hope you all doing well. I'm doing all right. I just had a sick workout at the gym, and I'm actually about to leave my neighborhood right now because of the fact that, well, I do want to shoot this little bit of video because I want to share with y'all some thoughts I've been having in the last 24 hours. So 24 hours ago, what was I doing? I was washing my car, right? I was washing my car, and as I'm washing my car, I got thinking about how long I've owned this car. And I've owned this car now for 13 months, right? And I got thinking about when I did my 6-month review, because I was thinking, oh, I've been a year, maybe I should do a year-long review of this car, and maybe I will. But anyway, I'm thinking about what were the areas that I covered when I did my 6-month review, and I'm thinking, what do I think about this thing now, right? What do I think about this thing now? And what I think now, man, is that this thing has actually gotten better with age. Now, that may sound kind of weird coming from a dude who is actively looking to trade this car in for a Hellcat right now. And those of you who are used to, my channel and watching my videos, you know where I'm going. I will be getting a Hellcat at some point. I'm going to stop over right here where this Toyota section here is. Yeah. Anyway, so I got thinking here, all right, man, how has this thing actually gotten better with age? How is that even possible? And here's what I mean by that, man. So this car, I think, really gives you the opportunity to enjoy the features of it. So when you get a car, you may say, hey, that's a cool feature, or this is pretty cool. You know, in the first 6 months or so you have it, you're sort of in the honeymoon period with the car, right? And, you kind of overlook the things that could be a little bit better, and you really enjoy the things that are great. The other features of the car may not exactly be top of mind for a while. And then at a certain point, I think you find that, you know what, actually this is a really good thing about this car. So first thing I want to mention, and this is going to be real brief here, man, because I think I'll do like a more proper year review in a different video. But first one has got to do with the steering wheel. Now, I got to put out a shout out to my man, Black Scat Pack. Okay, I was watching one of his videos the other day. By the way, if you've never checked him out, check out his channel and subscribe to him. He's got some cool videos there. He was talking about with the 5 things he did to his RT Scat Pack to make it better. And one of them was changing out the steering wheel, right? So he had the stock RT steering wheel that came with the Scat Pack, or I'm not sure if it's the stock RT one, but it's the stock one that comes with the Scat Pack. And he swapped it out with the SRT wheel, right? He's got the functionality and the look of that SRT wheel, you know? And you may think that that's a minor thing. It's actually a huge thing, man, because, whenever I'm in my wife's Durango, she's got a blacktop edition Durango 2015, which is really, really nice. In fact, I might have to do a video on that one day. But that's got a pretty standard steering wheel in it, right? And if I'm driving that thing around for a weekend, if we're away, I come Monday morning when I get back in the front seat of this thing, I put my hands on it and I'm like, this is nice, man. This is a nice wheel. Feels really, really good, man. And it's one of the types of things that I really get to appreciate even more with time, because it's just unique. I'm in other people's cars pretty often. I'll use Lyft or Uber quite a bit for work. And I'm always checking out people's cars when I'm in them. And, I'm looking at the room, in addition to like how clean the thing is and what I'm sitting in, I'm also looking to see what's the ride like, what's the roominess like, what's just the vibe of the car. I want to see what kind of cars people are living in, right? Especially if they're working in them all day long as an Uber driver. And I'll see the steering wheel. And most of the time, 99.9% of the time you see just a really lame, boring, standard steering wheel. And again, it reminds me, damn, I got a much better steering wheel. So that's one of those things that I think just genuinely gets better. You definitely appreciate it more as you've had the car longer. Another thing too, man, is the interior of the car. Now, last time I spoke about this in my 6-month review video, I was referring specifically to the Laguna interior. Now this Sepia Laguna interior, right? This is an I think it's still an $1,800 option in the SRT, right? And I'm not going to talk about the Laguna leather because I talked about the last time. What I'm going to talk about here is just like the bolstering. These are really, really comfortable seats, man. And after sitting and having this car for a year now, you know, every time I get in them, I feel like I'm being hugged, and they feel really, really good. Now, they're not as tight as other types of seats, you know, and, you know, Americans tend to be overweight compared to other people around the world. And even though this is an American car, and is built for Americans who like muscle cars, truth is that other people will be buying them, and so forth. And so that's, you know, of little consequence to the fact that these things are pretty wide. I don't know if that makes any sense because I'm distracted because this moron in the Toyota don't know what he's doing. Or that's a cord, excuse me. Okay, car's running good. I'm in track mode right now. I just set the fuel adaptives on my, I did this diffuse pull, and I got it in track mode, and my throttle response is definitely feeling a little bit more bite. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the fuse pull, I have to do another video on that, because it can definitely bring your life, your car to life a little bit every now and then. So, oh yeah, feels good. So last thing I want to mention is actually, it's not exactly a thing that I'm in love with the car. In fact, it's the opposite. The 6-piston Brembos are sick on this thing, right? However, these things squeak every now and then. There are just random days where this thing sounds like a damn subway pulling into a station. Other days, it's barely noticeable. Now let's see if it does it right now. I'm gonna open my window. Let's see if we can hear what the brakes are gonna sound like. Barely anything. Nothing at all. I don't hear anything at all. When I was leaving work, it sounded like a train. A little bit there at the end. Not much at all. Anyway, it is a pretty standard problem for high performance brakes, including these Brembos, to squeak. Just have random days where it squeaks. And there's different reasons. I hear humidity, I hear brake dust, other elements that can be causing that. It's not the pads, but it's definitely annoying for sure. And so that's one of the things that I, you know, is just kind of annoying. And I do wish we were a bit different. But overall though, man, it's not slowing me down or stopping me from just really, really loving this car, man. I mean, honestly, the more I have it, the longer I have it, the more I realize that this is just a quality car. It's a great car. It's a lot of fun to drive. And honestly, you know, the only thing better would be a Hellcat for me. And that's why I'm looking at Hellcats, because you know, the experience of these things are just great. You know, one of the things that I really, really like about the Challengers in general, and this has been true of every Challenger I've had now, this is my 4th one, every one I've ever had, you were able to create moments, man. You know, so if my wife is like, oh, you know, can you go pick up milk or this or that? You know, instead of it being like, oh, it's like a, hell yeah, you know, anything else I can do for you, you know, while I'm out? I mean, any other errands I can run, man? Because you're able to just create a lot of fun moments, man. Just accelerating and zipping around a little bit and you can have a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, hit me up in the comments, man. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think, you know, a Challenger is the type of car that gets better with age? And in particular, I'm talking about the 392. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, man. This is all I'm going to say for this evening. After 3 takes, I've had enough. Later.